Before you get into decoupling, I highly suggest that you get a good feel and understanding of coupled flight. If you haven't seen the video, I'll link it below in the description box. Decoupled flight is the ability to fly without stabilization. Stabilization in Star Citizen is the act of the ship using thrusters to slow down your ship. While it may sound like having decoupled is better for flight at all times, it actually isn't. Sometimes the active resistance helps as you approach enemy ships. This can be seen in maneuvers such as the corkscrew maneuver, when you strafe up into a side as you approach an enemy ship. Mind you, the corkscrew maneuver is still possible in decoupled mode, but it requires a different set of inputs which becomes more difficult to apply during combat. Fun ways to use decoupling can also be for landing or takeoff. Although it doesn't really add anything to the game, it does add a personal feel to the game and challenge of creating smooth landings and smooth takeoffs. When it comes to combat, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but there are some nuances that can be helpful and help you explore different ways of engaging the enemy. The first thing we need to learn is Retrograde and Prograde. These are two symbols displayed on your HUD showing you the direction of travel of your ship. As you can see in this video, when I apply forward thrust, my ship starts to move. Once I get to a speed that I let go of the throttle and now pitch my ship to the side. This allows my ship to continue moving in the direction it was traveling, but allows me to look in a different direction. With my new direction, if I look at my prograde symbol, as I accelerate the ship, you'll start to see the prograde align with the center of my ship. This means that the added thrust from the engines is now aligning me to a new course, thus changing my vector. The prograde is a good way to analyze what your speed vector is. Using the prograde, you can tell what direction your ship is headed, which allows you to easily navigate through obstacles, avoiding collisions. Now, to get a feel for decoupled, I highly recommend jumping into Arena Commander and practicing the tutorials that I made earlier. If you haven't seen them, I'll link them below in the description box. The general rule is the same. You want to strafe around an asteroid in different axes, but this time you want to do it while decoupled. In this example, I'm going to have a ship flying in my direction. Here I will demonstrate how to do an intercept on a ship that is about to pass you. This is a solid use of decouple, as decouple allows you to rotate your ship and look at the ship without having to worry too much about your speed slowing down and becoming still. I will be using TrackIR to help me track these movements. That being said, there is an alternative. If you go to your key bindings and you look at vehicle targeting, you'll find an option in there called Enable Disable Target Padlock. This feature allows you to look at a target by clicking or holding a button. Now, as the other ships start to approach me, I want to start facing the direction that he is traveling. I first try to position my craft in a position that is not in his direct line of fire, and then as he approaches me, I begin to accelerate in his direction of travel. If timed properly, you will be right behind him heading at his speed. This will allow you to get free shots on a target and make it much more difficult for him to get away from you. Decoupled is a great way to try to chase people down who are trying to run away. Because of the reduction of resistance, it makes changing vectors a lot easier. In the current state of Star Citizen, light fighters excel at pushing into the enemy and orbiting around the enemy. Something like a Hornet or a Warden just cannot keep up with this pressure, so the only chance they stand is to learn how to use decouple. With decouple, you can now control the range of the fight. Though you won't be able to dodge as many shots as coupled, it'll allow you to pull away from the lighter fighters, allowing you to stay on target and put more damage downrange. That covers decoupling in general. The more you use it, the more you'll really understand how you can use it to your own benefit. That said, if you're still kind of lost, comment down below and I'll try to help you. And if you have any suggestions for any videos on things you're really struggling or haven't found a video that really teaches you what you're trying to learn, comment down below and let me know how I can help. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to my friend Rav for assisting with this video.